understand the importance of communication and a dialogue. In management practices, the communication part is given a big reason for solving problems and increasing efficiency. And I have experienced, and it's basically proven again and again that in a system, if there is a proper communication, the efficiency goes significantly, more than 25-30% of efficiency, which best of friends would basically be together half the day, but when it comes to the official matters, they will not talk to each other. They will write mails and so, I mean, these are something which are unheard of in a system where we have to work with efficiency. I have also seen work getting piled up because of issues of communication, and ultimately we have to understand that if we are communicating properly with the stakeholders, we are actually helping ourselves along with helping the stakeholders and the whole system. Because when our efficiency increases, actually we get more time to think and do the work properly rather than rushing and running around for the whole day. And that happens only because files and issues go on piling up, and many of them actually because of the issue of communication. And I have also seen that a very positive thing about this system, the government system, is that there are a lot of things which are very easily solved if we start talking and start understanding the customer's needs. And I have seen in last 2.5 years of my work with this system that we have actually resolved many problems just in one sitting, talking and understanding the need of the customer. Many times we don't understand that what is required. And once we understand, the solution is very easy and it comes immediately. So I think we should use this session to understand the problems, and request to both parties is to actually give a patient hearing or whatever is there. Everybody should also appreciate that the solution may not come now, but it may be a beginning of a dialogue which would basically facilitate things to enter into a phase of dialogue and communication, and then certainly something will be decided at this way or that way. Everything may not be actually be possible to do it as per the wish and need of the customer, because you also have to understand that we also have compulsions. And I said in the previous session that when we make rules or make acts, it actually covers the whole end of the if I take example, Pharma Industry, there are MSMEs also, there are big companies also. And both of them are completely diagonally opposite when it comes to systems, procedures and practices. Difficult to balance many times. So whatever big industry thinks that it's very easy and it should be done, if implemented, it actually adversely impacts the small industry, So that's why we, as regulators, we have to take that a balanced approach. And lots of states, I think 9 states are being represented today here. And on the lighter side, this may be opportunity for CDSC also to have open communication with states in front of the customers, and we would also be able to resolve some of our problems with them. Thanks a lot, and over to the computer.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. First of all, very good morning to all of you, and I will welcome Chair, all the panelists from CDSCO, from BIS and state regulatory authorities to this session on regulators interaction session with the pharma and medical device industry. One of the main intent or objective of having this session is As you know, one of the great concern every time industry expresses non-availability of the regulators to interact with them from time to time on their issues. This is one of the great concern. As you know, it is also not practically possible for the regulators to interact with every manufacturer or licensee or applicant at any given time. Through this session, as a regulator, we all the way came here to interact with you. So instead of you coming to the regulators and meet for address your issues, we are all here to interact with you. So they all are from very busy schedules. The DCJ sir is since morning, he is here. Yesterday also he was here, mainly to interact with you to address whatever the best possible way your issues and concerns. I am sure this session will be a very open and constructive dialogue from both the side. In this session, you can share or suggest what best practices regulators should be followed, how we can further strengthen the regulatory framework in India, thereby we can build trust and confidence on the regulators as well as on the industry. Next of 45 minutes, we will request both pharma and medical device industry CEOs and representatives to raise your issues and concerns. With this background, first I will request Mr. Chandan Kumar.
Dealing with the procurement of drugs, and we are facing many challenges as Uttarakhand is an upcoming state. So my participation here was to observe and learn from the dignitaries from the states who are being involved in all these things, from their experiences. So here I am open for learning, absorbing, and if in case I'm able to give some suggestions, I'll be very happy. But I think I'm the youngest student here to learn things from people. Thank you so much.
I'm Jyoti Sadisai, Director FDA Goa, making presentation on the best practices followed by FDA Goa. What you see in the slide is the FDA building at Goa, and that itself I'll speak of on few seconds about this. So this FDA building commissioned in 2014. So it's a spacious building with a spacious office, and we have taken care of all the requirements of the stakeholders. So once they come, there is a big hall wherein all the services like inward, outward, help desk, everything is provided so that the public visiting our office, they don't have to run from place to place. Secondly, as I said about the adequacy of the staff, our directorate, I'm the director, then we have 2 deputy directors, 3 assistant drugs controller, 10 drugs inspectors, 2 technical officers, and the technical section is supported by 10 pharmacists who are dealing with basically processing the files and putting up to the higher-ups, wherein like right from complaints, approvals, additional products, COPPs, fresh licenses, these are the different sections wherein these pharmacists are working. Now a brief of how many drug selling premises are there. We have total 1339 selling premises, out of which 376 are wholesalers and 963 are retailers. In addition, we have also granted in Form 42 17 firms to sell medical IVDs. This is the scenario of manufacturing premises. There's 65 units who are manufacturing allopathy drugs, including medical devices, 9 Ayurvedic drugs, 5 blood banks, 1 blood storage, 7 cosmetics, and 1 approved testing laboratory. And these are the loan licenses, 35 loan licenses for the allopathy drugs. So FDA, we follow the principle of transparency through online services. So we have Excellent India portal for issuing sales and that means wholesale and retail licenses. We also have come on the ONDLS of the central drugs. Then medical devices licenses are issued through the online. And you all know there is a timeline for issue of these licenses. We issue COPPs, we issue certificates. So, and the payment part also we have simplified by payment through e-challan payment gateway of Government of Goa. See, Goa, we have this time-bound delivery of Public Services Act, under which our services are covered. So, and these are the, as you see in the slide, these are the timelines. So, we are there to all these timelines for grant of these services, unless there is some deficiency in the application or some issue in the premises. So, as far as the product permissions are granted, we follow the procedures that is required so that the products developed are safe and efficacious and of right quality. The product permissions to manufacture drugs are granted only after verifying that the products are cleared by DCGR or they are coming under the 18-month policy of the COCATE committee and they are complying to the new drugs clinical trials rules. So this for the public to be aware about, they should know what is the quality of the drug that is moving in the Goa market. So if any NSQ drug information comes, that is put on our website. Our website is very dynamic. All other circulars or any issues, whatever the public should know or the stakeholders should know, all those circulars, notifications, everything is uploaded on the website. Under ease of doing business, we have simplified the procedures. So everything is available online, as I said, and then we have prepared checklist for each and every service, and that is like, so applicant in advance knows what are the documents or what is the procedure to be followed for availing any service. So all these things are available on our website. The same way, information to consumers and stakeholders, all this is done if required urgently on the advertisement in the local newspapers, on the radio, and then publishing it on our website. All the information like not of standard quality, spurious drugs, or any alerts that are issued. So consumers are informed about the quality of the products, the precautions, advisories through press releases, as I already said. Awareness programs are conducted for the stakeholders and the consumers. So press release on the activities of the department. So these are some of the things, important things which were published in our newspapers, and activities carried out, these are the press releases. The programs which we conduct, like this accessibility, availability for these, or many programs like, for the chemists, druggists, or also for the manufacturers jointly in association, the trainings, everything, these are available. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Madam, form as well as timelines for approval, and also how information you are sharing with the consumer and conducting various awareness program. Now I will request Dr. H.G. Koshia, Commissioner FDCA Gujarat, for sharing their best practices to the audience.
Esteemed panelists, CEO and this captain and the ladies and gentlemen. Friends, Gujarat is a western part of India with 67 million population and 5% India's population, 6% India's geographical area, and we have a lot of contributions so far pharmaceutical production and device production is concerned. The population of Gujarat, we can compare, is almost equal to the UK, Germany or France. It's like a European country, and a lot of pharmaceutical activities happening in the state of Gujarat. Friend, as a regulator, our job is to safeguard the public health by ensuring the quality of the medicine, and for that we have a mobile drug testing lab in place where we used to have a handheld devices like miniature mode of Raman spectrophotometer, XRF metal analyzer, and near-infrared material analyzer. These are the handheld devices carrying by the inspector. It's moving the mobile. So no need to send the sample to the lab, but my lab moved to the sample. And by using this kind of mobile drug testing lab, we have busted interstate spurious drug rackets. And one of the best example of his spurious meropenem injection, we have busted by using these handheld devices. Yes, we have a state-of-the-art drug testing laboratory at Baroda, under which we have a rapid microbiological testing system. Currently, microbiological testing is, all of you know, it takes almost 14 days to ensure that product is sterile or not sterile. Here, by using this rapid method, we can detect within 3 hours of time, and we can do multiple testing at a time. once you validate the method, and this again, time is the money, and we can save a lot of time to ensure the quality of the injectables and the sterile products by using this rapid viral testing. And that system was really very, very useful while pandemic, COVID second wave, while almost India's all the companies were geared up with the remdesivir production, vaccine production, even blood anticoating solutions. But in the second wave, nobody was prepared, nobody was piling up the stock. Once you order with the company, that will take almost 21 days to deliver that remdesivir injection to the government institution or the public, because 5 to 7 days it takes for lyophilization and 40 days for the state testing. If everything goes well, then only after 21 days manufacturer can put that product in the market. So when there was a lot of hue and cry for this injection, and then this time this rapid system was very, very useful to the, not only to the my enforcement sample, to the most of the companies. They have sent their samples, we have tested within a week of time, lot of batches we have cleared. This is the only example of the remdesivir injection, but we did testing of the vaccines and so on, different products also. 19 Indian states are replicating that software, and this is the public domain, because they don't have your mobile number. How you can get this product is failed or not? So once the product declared out of standard, we send the bulk SMS to all 51,000 chemists, and we also put this database in the website, and it remains there for 180 days that these products are not fit for the consumption with all the details of the product. Issue most of the activity online where inspection is not required. Last December, on 25th of December, the Good Governance Day, we launched the software for online application for the cosmetics, because in the drug and cosmetic, we also govern the quality of the cosmetics manufactured in the state of Gujarat and moving the Gujarat state. So it's an online module of the cosmetics. Now, moving further ahead, because most of our activities are online, we are following e-governance. So now from e-governance to m-governance, most of our applications are developed in the mobile mode. So as a manufacturer, as a retailer, wholesaler, you can track your application, you can check your status, even you can download the application or certificates and print at your end. So no need to go to the desktop or the laptop. Again, systemic reform, because in Gujarat there are 5,000 plus retail, 5,000 plus manufacturers, including allopathic, cosmetic, homeopathics, and 51,000 retail wholesalers, and 700,000 product licenses issued to the different existing manufacturers. How to cope up with that work? We are a team of 1,567 people from commercial peer in the state of Gujarat. But yes, we did systemic reform. We have cut down the submission channel, where the file is looked after by 5 people, we have made to 3 people, where there is 4 people, we cut down to 2 people. So we can faster the approval and the processes. So these are the number of samples we are picking up from the market, and the bottom red line is the samples not fitting, not suiting for the consumption, which is NSQ, not of standard quality drugs. And this is the trend of the quality of the pharmaceutical product moving the state of the Gujarat.
As concerned, the Drug Department is functioning under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Karnataka. The main objective of the department is to implement the Drugs and Cosmetics Act and rules to ensure the quality of drugs, cosmetics, medical devices which are manufactured and marketed in Karnataka at the notified price in the interest of the people. Education, we have the Government College of Pharmacy under the department. I think Karnataka is the only one state which is having a pharmacy education under the department. As far as drugs testing laboratories is concerned, we have 3 laboratories. One is placed in Bellary, Hubli and Bangalore, whereas Bangalore laboratory is NABL accredited. As I told, Drugs Department is headed by Sri B.T. Kanapuri. He is also a licensing authority for the state. In order to ensure the uniformity in the grant of license, permissions and various certificates pertaining to manufacturing, authorities vested with the drugs controller only. Whereas grant of permission shall comply with rules, stability data and bioequivalence study are all mandated.
So we had 4 drug testing laboratories in our state. Up to 2014, we had only 1 drug testing laboratory at our capital, Trivandrum. In 2014, we started one at Cochin. In 2019, we started one at Trichur. And in the last year, we started a drug testing laboratory at Konni. And the fifth laboratory, its civil works are going at Kannur, that is in the northern part of Kerala. In the last year, we had analyzed more than 10,000 samples in our state. So our main concern is to make available standard quality drugs to common people. That is one of our motto. The second thing is that, as told by the other authorities, we are using the online drug license system for issual of licenses. From 2012 onwards, we used the excellent platform for granting licenses. From the last October, we switched over to national portal.
First of all, I will like to thank the OP as well as FICCI and Drug Control Sir for giving me such an opportunity. The thing is that India has become the pharmacy of the world, but we have to sustain it. In Punjab, we are there. We have linked all the applications are being routed through one portal, that is in West Punjab. If you just log into that, you will automatically divert it to the excellent software. We have excellent software for the licensing of the retail wholesale, as well as we have gone for the manufacturing also for that. In Punjab, we have around 20,134 retailers, 9,734 wholesalers, around 148 manufacturers for the formulation, and around 40 API manufacturers. And number is still growing. In Punjab, basically there was a problem with regard to the misuse of the drugs. For that, we have made a policy regarding 6 drugs, which are, say, dextroproxipine, diazepam. All that has been restricted. Only the chemists who are situated outside or inside the hospital, near to hospital, where actual prescription is expected, those are being allowed by the department to stock those particular drugs. Then the problem came with the tripentadol and tramadol. For that, we have restricted the quantity. We have fixed the quantity which a wholesaler can stock at a particular time, a retailer can stock at a particular time. No doubt these drugs have fallen under the category of Schedule H also, H1 also. Secondly, for this purpose, because with that effort, the misuse have come to a very lower level now. Thirdly, what we have done is ours is an FDA, which is under the control of the administrative secretary, who is an IAS officer. Then we have got a commissioner who is again an IAS officer. Then drug controller is designated as joint commissioner, and assistant commissioners, ADCs.
Dignitaries of the dais, on the dais. I am Sridhar, Joint Director of Drugs Control, Tamil Nadu. This is our organization structure. We work under the Health Minister, and Health Secretary is the next. Commissioner FDA is our chief, but we are working in a separate directorate. We have got enforcement wing as well as drug testing laboratory. One laboratory started 3 months back in Madurai, which is a world-class testing laboratory. We have 2 joint directors and 2 deputy directors and 25 assistant directors in our state, 14 senior drug inspectors and 140 drug inspectors in Tamil Nadu. As far as analysts is concerned, we have got 3 government analysts, 3 deputy government analysts, and 6 senior analysts and 31 junior analysts. Now we are employing 6 junior analysts for Madurai drug testing laboratory, which is started 3 months back. This is with respect to Sampling. Sampling, we follow the data of the manufacturers and popularity of the fast-moving drugs like cough syrup, S-cup, and other things. We are drawing, and we have launched so many prosecutions. We are drawing all types of cosmetic samples, baby products, soaps, skin products, hair care products, etc. to ascertain the quality. Samples are drawn from retailers, wholesalers, and homeopathic manufacturers, departmental stores, and unlicensed premises. Significant number of samples are drawn from each drug inspector's tested every month. One drug inspector has to draw 8 samples per month. It is mandatory in Tamil Nadu. A software is being developed for publication of NSQ drugs for alerts to the public. Supply of drugs on prescription under the supervision of pharmacists is confirmed. Maintenance of purchase and sales bills, required documents are verified by the inspectors. Storage conditions are throughout the shelf life period is monitored, and it is ensured also. Sale of Schedule H and H1 drugs on prescription is monitored. That is misused by the public. Public means that is an unqualified doctor. So we have conducted raids and we have launched 46 prosecutions at that time. That is a year back.
So
Procurement 16 licenses up to 22/5/2023 for misuse of habit-forming drugs. This with respect to total number of sample drawn and sample tested. NSK reported is 260. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, the NSQ is very, very minimum, but we are getting NSQ from other states. That has been monitored and we are prosecuting them also if the content is less than 70%. The role of drug inspector, they are the backbone of our department. They are drawing samples and making inspections to detect the sale of drugs in contravention of the Act.
Stops that person from dealing in drugs if we cancel the license. That is immediate measure, and once that FIR is registered, it is a long-term measure and it is a deterrent for others also. Now, as far as spurious drugs are concerned, we have devised a procedure to detect spurious drugs moving in the market. We collect survey samples and specimen samples from different outlets, from the chemist shops and other outlets. Even that trader doesn't know that from his shop sample has been collected. We have kept vouchers for this purpose in our department. Those samples are collected in our testing lab, government testing lab, and the result is given within 24 hours. So we are able to track in case any substandard or spurious the drug which fails in identification. Then we immediately go for collection of legal sample. And that's why we are able to curtail the movement of spurious drugs in Delhi. Second way, we collect specimen samples and send it to the original manufacturer and seek their report. So as per provisions of Drugs and Cosmetics Act, once the original manufacturer declare the sample as not genuine, then we take further requisite step to go ahead with the prosecution proceedings. There is absolutely zero tolerance, and in Delhi, we have got over 90% conviction rate in court of law. So that is tremendous and even better than CBI. So to achieve that purpose, we have consistent training of our officers, and we ask them to share their case studies and their experience encountered in the field, the difficulties faced while arguing the case, problems raised by the defense counsel while arguing the case, so that those loopholes can be covered in the future investigations. Now the system is we have to follow and comply with the provision of CRPC as well as Drugs and Cosmetics Act. And most of the regulatory officers in India, they are not well acquainted with CRPC provision. So we are giving specific emphasis on our officers so that they are able to comply with the mandatory provisions of CRPC also.